welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host Genevieve, and we've got some great stories for you this week, so let's get started. First up this week, 75% of agencies said they expected their clients to maintain their levels of ad spend in 2023. At least that's what the results say in a new survey conducted by Pixability. Of the 196 US media agencies surveyed, 75% of them predicted that advertiser spending will stay steady in 2023, which feels like a sharp contrast to all of the woes surrounding Q4 spending trends at the end of this year. Of the agencies that predicted spend would decline, many of them were smaller independent agencies, potentially allowing us to surmise that smaller brands would be more likely to see a decrease in spending next year. A similar 76% of agencies suspected that there could also be an increase in spending on platforms like YouTube and connected TV, which would align with the expansion and opportunities we've seen at the end of this year and are on the horizon in 2023. Another fascinating outcome was that 57% of advertisers viewed YouTube as more of a connected TV platform than a social media network. This shift seemingly aligns with how frequent users of the platform view it themselves. Second this week, Amazon is adding shopping to its platform, which is a real departure from its primary purpose as a football streaming platform. The new Amazon Inspire tool will allow consumers to view various products and shop directly from videos from other customers, influencers, and, according to them, a wide range of brands. How this differs from the way we were already shopping on Amazon is that it allows for these customers, influencers, and wide-ranging brands to post images and videos, presumably, and the products seen within will be available for purchase with a simple tap at the bottom of the screen. In effect, Amazon has created a social network whose only purpose is to separate you from your paycheck. Amazon Inspire is only within the Amazon Shopping app, so at the very least, they're not asking you to download yet another app. It should be available to select customers in early December and will roll out nationwide in the following months. Next up, beer brand Heineken is experimenting with attention-based metrics for their new global ad campaign. The brand's Rock in Rio campaign had all of the traditional metrics, but then also partnered with Lumen's Research LAMP program. The technology is based on a predictive attention methodology that's based on knowledge of consumer behavior in the digital space. The attention metric, referred to as AMP, collected the average attention per 1,000 impressions measured in seconds. In a world where advertising breaks usually become an excuse to look at your phone, the idea of being able to measure not just how many people were shown your ad, but rather how many people were actually paying attention and for how long, is exciting to say the least. Heineken prioritized disruptive display formats and highlighted giveaway promotions, which could have potentially and unsurprisingly garnered more attention than traditional ads. The attention metric isn't just another flashy metric for advertisers to report on, but could be an important metric that can help advertisers understand what audiences are actually interested in and prioritize that kind of content in the future. Finally this week, it's that time of year where everyone is releasing their end-of-year retrospectives. This week, we're taking a look at everything we were searching for. Well, at least everything we were searching for on Google. This year's most searched term was Wordle, and I can't tell if we were just too lazy to remember the site URL, or if all those scores we saw for weeks and weeks were the result of people cheating. I tend to suspect the latter, but we may never know. We also finally replaced sourdough in the top recipe searches, so we might have to finally put that quarantine trend behind us, or at least we needed to stop looking up the recipe. The biggest takeaway from all of this may just be a good reminder that Google makes this information public, which should remind you to check what searches are at the top of the list when you're thinking about content planning. Now, we never recommend attempting to keyword stuff your way to more traffic, but if you see a search being ranked highly that is actually a good fit for your audience, and you can provide value there, make sure you're taking advantage of that opportunity. Google also included the ability to sort the search down to local areas, and for that record, we'll proudly include that Indianapolis was the only place in the US that had taco truck in its top near me searches. We love a good taco. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. Hello and welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short The short weekly segment, oh my God, what is wrong? It allows for these customers, influencers, and wide-ranging, not raging.